Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you here. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Another big loaded day of fun and frivolity and making the apocalypse a really good time for you, because otherwise you just get depressed and you weep all day, right?
That's for sure.
You just break down and you cry from the time you get up until the time you go to bed at night. So we don't want that to happen.
Thank
we
you.
don't want that. Joe Biden has been making us proud in Europe over this D-Day commemoration. Man, he's good, isn't he?
Showing what a strong and powerful leader he is.
He sure is. He sure is. He can't hide it at this point. He's just too powerful and just too strong. There's no hiding it.
So much vigor.
So dynamic. I think that was a word they used for the border the other day, but it applies to the president.
And it's not so much the vigor, but it's the vim.
Yeah.
The vim, man.
No, I'm not.
He's got more vim than anybody I've ever seen.
I'm on Team Vigor. Sorry, gentlemen.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean,
Whatever.
it's America. It's America. You can be wrong if you want.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
no.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I take it back. Used to be America. Joe Biden had a big day, and of course, he didn't know where to sit. There's some things online like making this out to be he's trying to sit in an imaginary chair. I don't know what's going on here, but look at this. Okay. What?
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III,
I think
Secretary of Defense of the United States.
He just
of
wanted
America.
to sit down.
He did, yeah.
That's all. And he's just doing it
My
prematurely.
favorite part of that, though, is as he's laying out, Jill is like,
Yeah.
stand up!
Yep. That's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah. Watch her as he starts to...
Distinguished guests, please welcome
What
the
are
Honorable
you doing?
Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Macron waits for his wife to sit down first. Joe's like,
I gotta
sit down. This is
I gotta
too
sit
much
down.
for me. I've been standing for a good 7 seconds here.
No, that was after the walk,
Oh my god.
right? I don't know. I don't know.
No. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was. This was a nightmare. This whole thing was a nightmare for America.
Yeah.
And these poor veterans that were there. Oh my gosh.
He also left the event pretty quickly.
This is
Left everybody
It was a
behind.
tad embarrassing.
the man's a
actually.
disgrace. All right, so there he leaves,
Jill
walking
just grabs
faster
his
than
hand.
you ever see him walk. What's going on back on the stage while they were doing the
Okay.
ceremony? Still going on.
And he's out of there.
Macron's like, oh wait, what? Oh crap! Look at these poor
Yeah,
veterans.
he goes back and shakes the hands of the
more than
vets. My
this.
gosh.
He's got something he's got to take to Biden because Biden took off. So sad.
Wow. So Macron is the one left behind to take care of the pleasantries with the vets, with the appreciation of the vets.
Yes.
Should be all about them. Nope. It's about Joe. I want to get out of here.
Got to beat the traffic. Well, actually, he did say.
Beat the traffic.
He actually did say that. Hold on, what clip is it? Yeah, it's the next clip where he basically says, my advance team said I got to leave ahead of everyone or something like that. I mean,
All right.
is it 4? What is it here? No, I think it's number 3. I think it's this
beat the
next
traffic.
one. Watch this. So he arrives. He can't close his mouth.
Macron didn't have to beat the traffic.
No.
Watch his mouth. Look at this. Watch his hands in his mouth this whole time. I mean, the guy was on drugs. Put your hands down and close your mouth, old man. What are you looking at?
He doesn't know.
He has no idea where he is. He doesn't know.
He's waiting for Jill.
Macron's like, yeah, that's the guy who I had to stand in for.
He's laughing at him because you're such a buffoon.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, now all right, so they're going to start walking. And now listen, really pot this up because Joe's going to start talking about, I got to leave early. I got to leave early from D-Day.
We'll see what happens. I think they wait for a photo.
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah, for the photo.
Turn around. He has to turn him around. Oh.
A number of people had an issue with that. I was watching that.
What, don't touch the president?
Takes him about 5 minutes just to turn around. Come on, man.
Hang on. Pull the audio down for a second. Here we go. When they start walking, then crank it up.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh my
You will
God.
meet someone.
Now listen to this.
Ah.
Yeah, Zelensky, right? Zelensky, Scholz, Mattarella, Trudeau.
told me, I don't know why. He said, I have to leave right away to hold people up.
I have to leave right away so we don't hold people up. Yep. And Macron's like, you know what this is, right? Whatever. Macron's like, whatever, man. Just keep walking. You buffoon. What an embarrassment. Pick your feet up, too.
Is Charlemagne gonna be here? What about Chuck de Gaulle? Will he be? Is he here too?
I know he
Helmut Kohl. Is Helmut here? What an unusual name. Helmut.
Sit down.
Does he land at de Gaulle Airport, or does he get? No, that's someplace else. He probably landed at one of the military bases to go to Normandy. That's all.
I have so much disdain for this man. It's unhealthy.
My God.
It's unhealthy.
Oh, for sure. It's for sure. It's just eating me up inside.
No.
Is this part of that? The Joe, it's time to go thing?
Yeah, so now they're done, and Joe's making small talk on the beach there, and then the handler's like, all right, remember, you said we had to go early.
Beat the traffic.
How did Macron put on a brave face all day? I don't know how he did it, man.
Well, I think he genuinely likes him because they're like-minded on policy issues.
That's possible.
I think he likes him. And those Frenchies, of course, they're going to.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's a leftist just like they are.
I saw it when Trudeau arrived. Man, it was a love fest, though.
I'll bet. Yeah, I'll bet.
Castro's
like-minded.
Yeah.
I remember your dad down in Cuba. Okay, so what? David Muir, right? His competition for your guy.
Don't. Whatever. There's no competition. There's no competition.
No, that you're right, because NBC is about 1.5 million people behind David Muir on ABC. You're right. It's not a competition at all.
Don't start bogging me down.
At all.
Yeah, what's the deal with Lester Holt? Where does he rank?
Destroyed every night. Well, he's second.
Second? Okay.
Yeah, but he's crushed by David Muir. Crushed.
What's the average age of someone who still watches the national news?
Word. Not strong enough.
What's the average age of someone who watches the national?
I couldn't.
83.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched one of those.
Yeah, me neither.
Guys.
Except for Lester Holt. Don't.
Well, I mean, I watched the. I always
seriously the network nightly news. When have you ever? I haven't watched that in.
I mean, it's been a
couple
long
of
time.
decades.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean,
we see clips. I see clips of it all the time.
I don't know that it's ever been appointment watching, but I used to tune in from time to time. Couldn't care less now about what they have to say about anything. You just get your news from elsewhere now, whether it's Twitter or Fox or even CNN. I don't know anybody who's, you know what? The 5 o'clock news is on right now. I got to get home. And
I know.
Kind of like it was with, even Dan Rather, I think, had some of that, but certainly Walter Cronkite and those guys, they were appointment viewing.
So, I mean, that was
your boy?
My boy?
Yeah, your boy.
Which boy is it now?
The first, what's his face from NBC?
Brokaw?
Yeah.
NBC Nightly News. NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, before.
Tonight on the NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw. We're broadcasting from Jalalabad. All the way from Jalalabad to Louisville, Kentucky. In Louisville tonight. Okay.
That was appointment watching, I think. In those days, that was Dan Rather in those days.
That was one of the final
ones. Yeah,
guys that you tuned in to watch. Yeah, but I mean Peter Jennings, who died some time ago, but people used to respect him, like him, know them. Now they're just such shills for the left.
Yeah, except for Lester.
Oh, you think? Really? Yeah, all right. Except with the only exception being Lester Holt.
It's kind of sad what
So Joe Biden sat down with David Muir. You got to hear this.
Oh, and asked about
this what
Putin.
Started this.
Okay, here we go.
Let me ask you about what Vladimir Putin said last night about this authorization of American weapons inside Russia. He said the supply of high-precision weapons to Ukraine for strikes on Russian territory is direct participation in this war. He went on to say that this is the way to serious problems, and again talked about Russia's nuclear capabilities. Does that concern you?
I've known him for over 40 years.
Whoa.
He's concerned me for 40 years. He's not a decent man. He's a dictator.
Neither are you,
and
so
he's struggling to make sure he holds this country together.
I mean, pause it for a second. I don't want to. I'm not defending Vladimir Putin. Everything he says about him is true. But look in the mirror, my friend. Just take a look in the mirror. All right, let's see the rest of this.
Together, while still keeping this assault going. We're not talking about giving them weapons to strike Moscow, to strike the Kremlin, to strike just across the border where they're receiving significant fire from conventional weapons used by the Russians to go into Ukraine to kill Ukrainians.
Wow.
So he's trying to justify the long-range missiles we're giving them and the long-range weaponry by saying we're just going to strike just barely inside their border. Sorry, they don't buy that.
He used to say would start World War III.
Yes.
But now it's cool.
Now it's fine.
And I'm sorry, he's known Putin since he was a KGB agent in 1984? That's
40 years.
Yeah.
40 years.
40 years.
I don't know if he's ever, been with Vlad on the plateau.
Oh dear heavens.
But
please don't.
It's a good question though. We need to ask.
And by the way, I mean those weapons were used this week. They've already been striking targets inside Russia, so it's not a hypothetical anymore.
They already started using them, and that's when they started. You know what? We did give them some.
Is the last thing on the list part of that where they combined?
Yeah, go ahead.
When he's asked about weapons,
play the next clip. 6.
Okay.
I know for years you resisted the idea of American weapons being used for any sort of direct strike inside Russia. But we did witness this shift in recent days, authorizing
he's asking
American weapons for limited direct strikes. Are American weapons being used right now inside Russia?
They're authorized to be used in proximity to the border. We're not authorizing strikes 200 miles into Russia. We're not authorizing strikes on Moscow, on the Kremlin.
We're going to have to define proximity to the border.
Yeah.
5 miles, 10 miles, 20? Where does it lie?
Just right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
This old man's going to get us into it.
Well, he's already enmeshed us in something that we shouldn't be involved in.
Yes, he has.
And we've gotten so deeply involved. This is so reminiscent of how we got sucked into Vietnam.
Sure is. And he's meeting with Zelensky today.
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Bringing a check with him?
I think we gave him another $250 million off the top yesterday, didn't we? Where'd that come from?
Did we?
I think we did.
I really don't know.
What's $250 million?
I heard a newscast driving in this morning that we gave him another $250 million. I had not seen that.
That's the equivalent of you and I exchanging a pack of gum.
I know it is.
That's all it is.
But
don't even worry about the $250
I was thinking for $250 million, my last name is now Ukraine.
Oh, man, I tell you, it's... I don't know how you fix it.
I don't.
I know.
I don't know how to fix it.
I know, man.
All right, Father's Day is coming up, and Sierra Whiskey Company has the perfect gift for you. In addition to their most popular undertack boxers, you can fill up your closet with their socks and joggers, their T-shirts, and all kinds of things. All are made in America and embody the same rugged spirit you've come to expect from Undertack. Their socks are made of battle weave wool that's 5 times stronger than merino. Ring-spun cotton hoodies and joggers are really, really comfortable, and every patriot needs the EDC T-shirt 3-pack. Remember, Undertack isn't your typical men's boxers. They're made with modal, which is 50% more moisture wicking than cotton. It's antibacterial, and it's just a lot softer, too. Plus, they now have women's undertack shorts for the tactical woman in your life. Go to undertac.com, undertac.com, get 20% off site-wide when you use my offer code PAT20. Exceptional comfort, twice the guarantee at a fraction of the price, and they donate a portion of their products to their profits to organizations that are actively in the fight against human trafficking. So stock up today. It's spelled under TAC, undertac.com, offer code PAT20.
That gray is unleashed. France is sending some Mirage fighter jets and training pilots over there now too, to Ukraine. So I mean, we're in it.
We're in it. We sure are. And they'll tell you we're in it to win it. They don't want to negotiate a settlement here. They want to.
I don't understand.
Destroy
that.
Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck with that.
You're going to do that by just limited strikes, just inside the border.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And again, that's why Zelensky is so nervous about Trump coming into office, because Trump's going to insist that you stop this madness.
Yes, now.
Look, you can keep going if you want, but you're on your own. Okay? You and Europe work this out. We're out. We're not going to continue to send you billions of dollars and all kinds of weaponry, and we're done. So either, give up Crimea. Don't worry about that. We're going to have Russia pull out of everywhere else in Ukraine, and let's have peace. Because I really believe that that's Trump's plan if he gets in, and Zelensky knows it, and he does not want that to happen.
No way. That's the cash cow.
Yep. I mean, the new beachfront properties would end under a Trump administration.
That's correct.
And Ukrainian generals and Zelensky officials would have to find another way to get those beachfront properties. And that's a real shame. That's a real shame. We have more details on that first human death from bird flu in Mexico. According to the World Health Organization, the patient had been bedridden for unrelated reasons before he developed a fever and shortness of breath and diarrhea and all the fun things that happen, I guess, with bird flu. Mexico's public health department said in a statement that he had underlying ailments, including chronic kidney failure. Yeah, that could be an issue. Diabetes and high blood pressure. So he was in terrific shape. He did not die from bird flu, so don't worry about the panic
had no
involving.
exposure to poultry, so
he didn't.
That's what I read.
Oh, no, they didn't know that.
So he's not a farm worker or whatever?
They didn't know that because there was a family, a one small farm family that had it. Yeah, that's what was reported.
Okay, I missed that.
Huh. All right, well, I mean, kidney failure, diabetes, and high blood pressure.
But he died of
bird flu.
Are you a new strain of bird flu denier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. You can label me as such, with this guy at least. Jeez. By the way, he also had a brain tumor, epilepsy.
Wait, what now? What's
he
this?
had cancer of the face. Okay.
But that damn
all right, but he
bird
died
flu.
of that bird flu, man. It took him just like that. Bam, he's down. He's down. Everybody panic. Bird flu is going to kill us all.
Actually, and I think that's actually the reason why it took so long, right? Because he died in April.
Yeah.
And, then after, they did the autopsies and all the blood work and tests, they were like, ooh, he had bird flu too. That's what Mexico said.
Sure he did.
Hey, we need to tell the World Health Organization.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you for that explanation.
I'm just saying, and the WHO then said, bird flu death.
Yes.
Yeah. And the rest of us said, Yeah, well,
No.
we won't get fooled again. No. You fooled us once. Shame on you. You fooled me twice. Shame. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. And I love you. That's how that went.
The rest of us said that.
Yeah, that's what the rest of us said. Donald Trump, though, has a warning about bird flu.
Mm-hmm. The left-wing lunatics are trying very hard to bring back COVID lockdowns and mandates with all of their sudden fear-mongering about the new variants that are coming. Gee whiz, you know what else is coming? An election. They want to restart the COVID hysteria so they can justify more lockdowns, more censorship, more illegal drop boxes, more mail-in ballots, and trillions of dollars in payoffs to their political allies heading into the 2024 election. Does that sound familiar? These are bad people. These are sick people we're dealing with. But to every COVID tyrant who wants to take away our freedom, hear these words: we will not comply. So don't even think about it. We will not shut down our schools. We will not accept your lockdowns.
Yeah.
We will not abide by your mask mandates. And we will not tolerate your vaccine mandates. They rigged the 2020 election, and now they're trying to do the same thing all over again by rigging the most important election in the history of our country, the 2024 election, even if it means trying to bring back COVID. But they will fail because we will not let it happen. When I'm back in the White House, I will use every available authority to cut federal funding to any school, college, airline, or public transportation system that imposes a mask mandate or a vaccine mandate. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, so, yes, it's a difficult discussion from him.
Yes.
And it sure is.
It is.
I'm happy he said it.
I am too. I am too.
I wonder if that will suffice for Rand Paul, for example, who earlier this week in clip 21 said that he's not ready to endorse Donald Trump. And I wonder if that video helps him any. Clip 21.
When we have agreed, I've been very supportive. When we have disagreed, I've also disagreed with him. I think that it's important if he wants to get my vote and my support and wants me to be more active in this, that he's going to have to be more vocal on things like the lockdowns that I opposed, like the civil liberties abuses that I opposed, like the debt, which frankly has been bad under Republicans and Democrats. So I'm looking for a little bit more before I make a final decision. I'm supportive of Donald Trump, but whether or not I take an active role, endorse, and go out and campaign for him is something that's yet to be determined.
Interesting. Well, I mean, he spoke out pretty strongly. It's like he had nothing to do with any of it before.
Right.
And I think it would be really helpful if he would just say, look, in the early days, I made a few mistakes on the COVID situation. Okay.
Should have gone with my gut.
I should have gone with my gut, not Anthony Fauci's.
And Burke's.
And I shouldn't have listened to the experts. I got bad advice from people, but that will not happen again. That would make sense to me.
Yes, it would.
Pretending like none of it happened and like you weren't involved
in any of it
doesn't work for me. I mean, it doesn't mean I'm not going to vote for him. Of course I am, but it's irritating. And it's a problem, you know? It's a problem because I just like some honesty here. I just like some personal accountability. And, of course, no leaders accept that. I mean, this president certainly hasn't.
That's for sure.
Joe Biden has accepted zero responsibility or accountability on anything. So it's not what they do. It's not their MO, but it would be nice. And I think it would be helpful, and I think it would win over some people, frankly. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Does what's a 50-cent situation? Is this for your?
No, we could do this.
Fat Five?
No.
Okay,
no, not at all.
You sent this in.
Yeah, I mean, it was just 50 Cent was asked about the black vote and how he feels about black Americans voting for Trump.
Okay,
and they weren't happy with his comment.
Have you made a decision?
I haven't.
So he hasn't made a decision.
Thank you.
Come on, Fetty. Sure you have. You're voting for Trump.
Men in this election for both of you.
I see them identifying with Trump.
Why do you say that?
Because they got RICO charges.
Okay. So,
right now I see them voting for, going with Trump. Why is that? Because they have RICO too.
So
now, I don't know if he's a deadpan joke there.
Yeah.
If it's worth being funny about, but I mean that's what the man said, and he also said he hadn't decided.
And what was the other
same
thing
clip.
you were telling me this morning that he now he says he doesn't want to become 20 Cent?
Oh, that's what Chelsea Handler said.
We have the Chelsea.
Now, Chelsea Handler, you know her, you love her.
Oh man,
she's your girl.
Do I ever?
She's your girl. Chelsea.
Anybody this brilliant?
I didn't know, and this is true. I didn't know until I was 40 years old that the sun and the moon were not the same thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yes, you're right.
Like I said, your girl. You know her, you love her.
She's my girl.
So she's on.
She was on
not Fallon. Fallon. I get Kimmel and Fallon mixed up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not his show. It's either his podcast or it's whatever, because they're not in the same room. It's a Zoom interview.
Okay.
And she has to set up what she wants to talk about. So I mean, Jimmy, maybe you do just a little work. That's all. Just a little. That's all I'm asking. Instead of showing up and just, well, we're talking to Chelsea today. Okay. But then she goes on.
She
about
responded
50
to this
Cent.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You heard about my ex-boyfriend, right? 50 Cent, and his support of Donald Trump.
Yeah, what's going on between you? I saw your tweets and I go, wait, what's happening? Because you said he was your favorite ex-boyfriend, and then what does he do? He's supporting Trump?
He says he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes, which, by the way, is in a plan of Joe Biden's. That's a lie. So he doesn't want to pay 62%
Pause it for a
of
second.
taxes.
No, it's really not a lie. It is a combination of what Biden raises the upper limits to and the state taxes that he has to pay, and all of it combined
And
is
the elimination with the Trump tax.
Probably
tax cuts.
62%.
Sales tax and possibly raising.
I don't think sales tax has anything to do with it. That's all income tax.
That's separate, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else she had to say here.
62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cent to 20 cent.
That's a good line.
And
it is, actually.
And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing
hold on. Did you hear
an
that?
entire swath of people who may listen
go back
to him.
10 seconds.
Holy
because
cow.
There's a lot here, and it's very racist.
Yeah. It is racist.
Listen to this.
And she's going to say, well, I dated him. How can I be racist?
Well, and she offers.
But listen to her.
I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook.
Yeah, because they never do that.
I haven't heard back from him yet, but I am willing to, seal the deal in more ways than one if he changes his mind and publicly denounces Donald Trump. I might be willing to go for another spin, if you know what I'm talking about.
He's already kicked you.
No,
to the
thank
curb.
you. I think he just ran to vote for Trump now.
That is despicable.
Sure is.
And so racist.
Yeah.
You had to remind him he's black, and as such, he can only vote for Biden.
And did you hear what she also said?
Oh
right
my
after
gosh!
That, where she goes,
"Wow,
you're basically influencing an entire swath of people." Just say it, Chelsea. Just say it. You're saying that all blacks are going to vote the way you vote 50 Cent.
Yeah.
That's what she's saying.
Right.
Which is reminiscent of Joe Biden and some of the things that he's said about blacks, and they're not as diverse as Latinos. And I mean, what are you doing?
They show us who they really are.
Yes, they do.
Every single day. And if you're paying attention, you see that everything they accuse the right of is boiling inside them.
That's for sure.
They think we're that way because they are. And so they just assume everybody is. Nope.
No, they're not.
Wow.
I think after the break, Jeffy has a clip of a
before we get into the Fat Five, we have the teacher from Chicago that disagrees with Chelsea for sure.
Yeah. So we've got that clip coming up here.
What does she disagree with her on? That the sun and the moon are different? Or?
I'm sure she disagrees with her on that as well, yes.
All right.
I'd be willing to bet that, yeah.
We will check in with Jeffy and a Fat Five coming up in a minute.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Standard polling tweets. Is the presidential debate still on schedule? So far. So far.
That's not going to happen.
What are the Vegas odds on that still happening?
Yeah, thank you.
Haven't seen the Vegas
That's
odds on that.
That's not going to happen. There's no way.
I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet. How long are you going to wait? Till the day before?
No, sentencing. Is it before his sentence?
It's the 11th, yeah.
No, so the debate is a couple weeks before.
Yeah, it's after that.
Before the sentencing.
Yes. Yes, so he can't wait that long.
Right.
If he's going to cancel it, it's got to be pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because June, what day is it in June?
June 27th,
yeah, it's this month.
I think, or 25th.
Wow.
Let's
We're only a couple weeks away.
Maybe he thinks he can pull it off then. I didn't think that they would allow it.
I know.
June 27th.
Can't wait.
It's a Thursday night.
Jimbo Wars, 81. He was looking for a chair, Joe Biden. I thought he was filling his diaper.
Yeah. I mean, that was the predominant thought.
That was
yesterday.
the thought, yes.
And then when you see how quickly he got out of there when Macron was left to say goodbye to the veterans, he may have filled his diaper earlier.
He might have. He might have.
Oh.
I have never minimized.
Yeah, so I don't know. But that wasn't what I was looking for.
No? What do you mean?
No.
So he's looking for a chair, or was he pooping?
Pooped in your pants. I pooped my pants.
That's
what I was looking
That was the appropriate clip right there.
Saw a lot of that making the rounds yesterday on Twitter, that clip.
All right. So we've got the Chicago resident for Trump.
Oh, yeah.
What is
this lady is speaking for Chicago for Trump. It ties into 50 Cent and Chelsea Handler thinking that if you're black, you can't vote for Trump.
Yeah.
This lady vehemently disagrees with that.
Stand up and say to our elected
Ms. Coda
officials,
Truss.
funny how y'all find money for them. Yeah. But you can't find money
Pissed
for
they're
us.
giving money to the immigrants.
Do you all realize that CTU has it in their contract that is up for negotiations this year, where they're going to be giving more money to migrants than they're going to be giving to support our teachers? In what world is that okay? You want to give migrant kids $2,000 a month for a stipend in your contract?
Yeah.
What about the rest of the kids who are hungry and suffering here in Chicago?
Hungry.
Do you not think that it is just migrant kids who are suffering, who are not able to eat, who are dealing with homelessness? Of course it's not. I say all this to say, people,
Yeah.
Democrats, you're on the menu this election. Black America.
You're on the menu,
Wake
Democrats.
up and pay attention.
Nice.
Supporting Trump
It's about time, right?
does not
Yes.
make you racist.
Mhm.
It does not demonize you. Come on. What it does do is says to the Democratic Party, y'all not going to keep playing with us. You're not going to keep
That's
taking
what a
us
vote for Trump
granted.
does.
You're not going to continue to disregard the importance of our vote. So we're saying here today,
I love it.
go Trump 2024. We got you, Donald Trump, here in the city of Chicago. We're supporting you because what we're saying to the Democratic Party is y'all not going to continue to play in our faces. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
And she's rightfully upset that money is being funneled to
That's correct.
illegals and all that stuff.
Maybe she doesn't know she's black.
Okay.
All
So
right.
she's not allowed to.
Right. And she
vote.
has to
She
vote.
has to vote
for Joe Biden.
I just want to say there's a lot of this kind of anger in the inner cities. And I Am Meme posted a collection of headlines just from New York City alone. That was Chicago. Here's New York. I mean, look at this. These are the headlines, just recent headlines. Migrants' monthly payments are higher than New Yorkers' SNAP benefits. Migrants' monthly payment in New York City is higher than veterans' compensation. New York City's 1,400 payments to migrants gets a boost. I mean, it's non-stop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They're rightly upset.
I'd be happy.
They should be.
I'd like a $1,400 stipend.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be nice.
Hashtag inflation.
So we'll just comp that as part of the Fat Five. This particular is now 0.5. We'll start with don't start with 1. Congratulations to Bailey Ann Kennedy, who made history becoming the first transgender woman to be crowned Miss Maryland USA. Congratulations to Bailey Ann Kennedy, a 31-year-old Cambodian-American military wife. In addition to being the first transgender Miss Maryland USA, she's also the first Asian-American and the first military spouse to win the title. And also, a huge congratulations to 23-year-old Sarah Milken, crowned Miss Alabama in the National American Miss Pageant.
Let me eat!
Milken, who said her goal was just to make the top 10, has inspirational words for young women after her win. No matter what your body looks like, no matter where you come from, you can do anything you set your mind to.
Well,
so congratulations, huge congratulations, to Sarah.
People were calling her unhealthy online, and so they got the left.
Better not happen on this show.
Yeah, right. It won't.
Okay.
I think that's the healthiest you can possibly be is when you're 500-600 pounds. Right?
I'm surprised that's not the only story you did in the Fat Five. Doesn't take up the whole segment.
Well, I mean,
we even have to pretend that it's medically feasible and good and right and advisable to do that.
It's the same with the embracing the mental illness that is chopping off your body parts. And if you don't agree with that, then you are a hateful SOB. When you say that's unhealthy,
you're anti-trans.
You're a hateful SOB.
There's some sports happening around the country, around the world for that matter. The NBA Finals began last night, best of 7. The Boston Celtics dominated the Dallas Mavericks, 107-89. Game 2 Sunday night, back in the Garden. So see what happens. If Boston continues to play like they did last night, it's going to be a short series. Probably something. Get out the brooms at the Garden. NHL Stanley Cup begins this weekend against Keith's Edmonton Oilers.
Why do you say it like that?
Hopefully they'll have the Edmonton fan girl. That's
Oilers
making
girl.
the rounds. The Oilers girl. I don't have the video for that.
No, we don't have
but
that
you can
video.
find it online. She's happy about her body, and so am I.
Do it for Oilers girl.
And, the French Open is, it's open this weekend. And we have the USFL Championship on Saturday. We have the XFL Championship on Sunday, and then next Sunday we have the championship between both of those, the UFL Championship. So there's a little football going on. A little Father's Day Championship next Sunday. Love that. If you're out looking for new cars, Toyota chairman Akio Toyoda, with a D, not a T, apologized Monday for massive cheating on certification tests for 7 vehicle models, as the automaker suspended production for 3 of them. The wide-ranging fraudulent testing at the automaker involved the use of inadequate or outdated data in collision tests, incorrect testing of airbag inflation, and rear seat damage in crashes. Engine power tests were also found to have been falsified. The company said, the wrongdoing doesn't affect the safety of the vehicles already on the roads. So, the Corollas and the Lexus, you're fine. Don't worry. Everything is fine for those. We sincerely apologize. And he bowed deeply, holding the position for several seconds. So, that means he meant it. Also, Honda Motor Company apologized for improper tests, such as those on noise levels and torque on a range of models. Honda said affected older models are no longer even in production. So quit whining to us, okay? And Mazda reported similar irregular certification testing and halted production of 2 models, the Roadster and Mazda 2. It said incorrect engine control software was used in the test. And Mazda acknowledged violations on crash tests, but they said none of the violations affect the vehicle's safety, and they did not apologize. So you got Toyota and Honda saying, we're sorry, we didn't mean it. And Mazda said, yeah, we did some violations, but
don't worry
leave
about
us alone.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. All right, we got this note from about preborn from a man who doesn't have any kids. This is interesting. He says, I'm 36 years old this Father's Day. I planned on being a dad by this point in my life. It's heartbreaking each time Democrats talk so liberally about abortion, showing no respect for human life. This upcoming Father's Day, I'm reminded yet again that I can't have any children of my own, even though I desperately want to. So this year, my wife and I decided that because we can't have children of our own and Others make a mockery of it by getting abortions on demand at my expense. I'll be giving to preborn to hopefully save a life, since I cannot give life in the traditional way.
Amen.
That is fantastic, Curtis. Thank you. Curtis H. sent that to us. What a great way to celebrate Father's Day by donating to preborn. Just $28. Purchases an ultrasound, one ultrasound for a woman, which doubles the chance the baby will be born alive. And then after that happens, then they support the woman for up to 2 years with baby formula, baby diapers, all the things that she needs, including emotional support. So go to just dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed. As we continue on with the Chewing the Fat Five, after the commercial, I'm reminded that my wife is going to be a grandmother again, and it turns my stomach to think about these abortions. It turns my stomach. I mean, just see
over 1 million of them
last
year alone in the United States.
Can't believe it.
Not good.
I know it's not good at all. Carpenter has provided police with the key to cracking a multi-million-dollar theft case. And it all happened thanks to some hidden Apple AirTags. The 43-year-old Virginian who spoke anonymously said he decided to hide the Bluetooth tracking devices, which are typically used to help people keep tabs on things like luggage and keys.
What are you looking at me
After
for?
he'd been the victim of previous tool thefts. You know what? I don't know.
I added something, though, so it's good now. I'm good. Thank you, though.
The man hid the AirTags in his remaining tools, and when these were taken as well, he helped police find them in a storage locker filled with stolen goods in Maryland.
That is unreal.
You can see the video of all the power tools, which then led police to more locations. And they claim to have found about $3 to $5 million worth of stolen construction tools in Howard County in Maryland. Police believe they were, Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania. They were stolen throughout those 3 states, and then they were just selling them off at different locations when they could.
I mean, that's somebody's job. They show up, they can't work if they don't have their tools, man.
So the use of the AirTags are a good thing when you lose something.
Again,
stolen or not.
Why looking this direction, Jeff Fisher?
Plus, also, if you live in the area, this is just a helpful hit from me. It's said there that when if you have your tools stolen, you should fill out a form and name. Tell them the tools that you lost. What if I live in that area?
Yeah.
Maybe even if I don't live in that area, I would say, look at that video of all those tools. Pick out some of the tools you like, and then fill out the form.
Yeah.
Fill out the form.
Awesome. You're awesome.
And yep, you know what? Those are mine.
That whole pile right over in the corner, that's all me.
I didn't report it because I just figured that you guys would never find it, and I just moved on with my life.
That is awesome. Yeah.
I would fill that out at
so
hcpd.org.
You're no better than the guy that took them.
That hurts. That hurts. A reminder to subscribe to my daily show. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying that it's possible.
Right, you're saying if you're in the area, give it a thought. Give it a thought.
You should subscribe to my podcast, Chewing the Fat. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, available wherever you get your podcasts. And you have until the end of this weekend, if you want your orders of Kexi cookies delivered by Father's Day, simply the best cookie on the planet. Go to Kexi.com. and get your Father's Day box ordered and underway. And in fact, here's the thought, and that's just from me. You don't have to order the Father's Day box. You could order.
No, you don't have to.
Whatever you want.
These are going really quick though. So if you do want one of them with the really cool Father's Day specialty box, you can go to Kexi.com, KEKSI.com. And inside are the delicious cookies. I mean, apart from how cool the box is, the cookies.
Most important thing is the cookies.
Outrageous.
Hello. Yeah.
What was it you liked so much, or was it the plumber's cookies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Comes with everything,
with
the
little
kitchen
pieces
sink
and stuff.
Yeah, so good. But also that raspberry lemonade one.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's really good.
Kexi.com.
Texas has compiled a top 10 most wanted list of criminal illegal immigrants, which includes men wanted for sexual assault, murder, and making terroristic threats. Governor Greg Abbott announced the list, created in partnership with the Texas Department of Public Safety, DPS. According to the press release, it presents a new initiative to locate and arrest repeat offenders who have entered the country illegally and are wanted for dangerous crimes committed in Texas. You can see the 10 on the screen there. Those are your top 10. Many of the 10 men have more than one offense on their rap sheet, and 8 of them are accused of at least one sex crime, 6 of them against children. One example of the most wanted is Omar David Zavala, who entered the U.S. illegally from El Salvador. He is charged with sexual assault and making terroristic threats and was last spotted in Spring, Texas. He is considered to be armed and dangerous. Personally, I would consider all of them armed and dangerous.
I thought they were here for a better life. I don't understand.
Keep your eyes open. Any state, really. You shouldn't attempt to apprehend them yourselves.
These are just good, decent, hardworking family people.
Trying to make a living.
I don't know what you're saying, Jeffy, but it's not computing with me.
Trying to make a living.
I don't even understand.
There's some cash rewards out there. If you follow one of the 3 methods, you can call Crime Stoppers Hotline, 1-800-252-TIPS.
All right.
You could submit a web tip through the DPS website by selecting the fugitive you have information about and then clicking the link under the picture. You can submit a Facebook tip by clicking the Submit a Tip link under the About section. They emphasize that all tips are anonymous. Okay. Regardless of how they are submitted. Okay. Tipsters will be provided a tip number to use instead of their names. People who collect rewards are not part of the public database. Okay. I hope that's true. I notice on if you look at the sheet of the top 10.
You have reason to believe it's not? Why
No, I don't have reason to believe it.
I
find it difficult to believe that anything is anonymous in today's world. I get these guys off the street. I got no problem with that whatsoever, and do whatever you have to do to do it. But I find it difficult to believe that it's anonymous. But that's just me. So at 4 of the top 10. The reward is up to $5,000. The other 6 are up to $3,000. So you might make a little cash.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
Welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Rob Snyder getting some flack online because he defended Rebel Wilson and what she said about gay actors the other day. What did she say? What horrible, terrible thing. By the way, she is also a lesbian, I believe, right? Rebel Wilson. I think she's married to a woman.
Maybe.
I think so. So during an appearance on BBC Radio 4's Desert Island Discs.
Love that.
Who doesn't?
I mean,
you know what I mean?
I can't tell you.
A day without Desert Island Discs.
The BBC Radio 4?
Yeah.
Desert Island Discs? Man.
They do it on Radio 3 as well, but it's not the same. It's just not.
And you know what? They never promote that.
No, they don't.
Never promote BBC Radio 3.
Right? And I can't even listen to BBC Radio 5. I can't do it. So BBC Radio 4 is my go-to for Desert Island Discs.
Me too.
Anyway, here's what she said. She described as total nonsense the idea that, quote, only straight actors can play straight roles and gay actors can play gay roles. Okay, then the world caved in on her. People are all pissed off about that.
She said that, or she said that they only...
No,
not
only
that
straight actors. She said it's total nonsense that only straight actors can be straight characters.
Nonsense.
And gay can be gay.
Because it is total nonsense.
Of course
we've said it forever. It's ridiculous.
As several people pointed out, it's called acting for a reason.
And also, the only why do the skinny people get to wear fat suits and win Academy Awards and win movie awards when that's fat shaming in Hollywood?
Yeah,
you're putting fat people out of work.
Wow, that's a tremendous point, Jeffy. And I can tell you're
Does
very
that hit close to
passionate
home?
about
What's
it.
going on over there, big guy?
I just think it's not. It's
Okay,
not fair.
yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah,
Not
he's
fair.
he-
And
he's
is all
about equity.
He's about justice.
Yes, equity
and
justice,
whatnot.
diversity, whatnot, and so forth. For some reason, also, it seems perfectly acceptable for gay actors to play straight roles.
But
that's okay.
not
That
the other
happens
way
all the
around.
time.
It sure does.
In fact, I've just seen Neil Patrick Harris playing heterosexual parts in 2 separate movies I've seen him in recently. And I thought, I guess that's okay.
Guess it is.
A gay actor playing a heterosexual person. That's fine. But, as usual, the left has to have it both ways on every issue. So it's not okay for a straight person to play a gay role, but the opposite is fine. I mean, everything is that way. Really incredible. The other thing that is amazing to me right now is what Alex Jones is apparently going through. He was talking about his InfoWars being shut down and taken from him by the feds.
By the feds.
It seems like with this latest story, I think what they're trying to do is take it from him, pay it, and sell it so that they can pay the Sandy Hook families the money that they're owed.
But I thought
something to that effect.
And honestly, I don't know the whole story. I did not listen to the 2 or 3 hour Alex Jones rant about it.
I didn't either.
But I thought they had already worked that out in court. Whatever payment plan he was supposed to have.
Apparently, that's not good enough for him. I don't know, but he's now agreed to sell InfoWars, and then use those profits to pay off the $1.5 billion judgment against him.
That is not acceptable in this country.
Unconstitutional.
It's madness.
It's unconstitutional, and more people need to be pissed off about this.
Yeah,
you can't
if that's
find
the
a guy.
Case, no way.
You cannot find a man who doesn't make anything like that. Won't make that in a lifetime. You can't find him $1.5 billion.
This cannot stand.
It's insane.
So what is he going to do if he sells it?
I give all of it to them. I guess pay as much as he can.
I wonder if he can. I mean, if he works out a deal, so fine. It's all yours. Sell it and give them the money, and then we're done.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they agreed to that.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what?
Well, who's going to buy InfoWars for $1 billion? No one.
No one. Well, it's not.
The infrastructure's in place. Somebody. Not $1 billion. But then what do we do? Start a GoFundMe? And I'm being serious. And
GoFundMe won't allow that.
No, well, okay. Send Go to build him a new studio.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, seriously, I don't know. This cannot happen.
It can't stand, and yet it has.
And yet it has.
How long's it been? It's been years since he lost that judgment, and everybody's fine with it. Oh, $1.5 billion? Okay, yeah, great. He deserves it.
The
he
case
said things
itself is agonizing. We've been down that road, 100 times too. Yeah. That whole thing is agonizing.
And
but
I don't like that he thought it was a hoax. I don't like that, and I think it was silly that he thought it was a hoax. But
whatever.
But to drive him out of business over it, to sue him for $1.5 billion over it,
and try to have him silenced over. I mean, they're trying to silencing this man,
and they've already done a pretty good job.
Yes,
of it.
they have.
Listen to this. I was just scrolling here on Twitter while we're talking about this, looking for some more information, and I stumbled across this tweet from Michael Durgan. And so he posts this. He says, "Remember, it was Sandy Hook that." Let me just. The headline he posted says, "Joe and Hunter Biden used a visit to Sandy Hook Memorial Service to set up secret meet with Chinese over a $10 million a year deal." So they used the cover of going to a Sandy Hook Memorial to meet
where there were Chinese representatives there, and they could talk about the
nearby. Yes, and so this is a Daily Mail article talking about. I mean,
jeez.
And this is easy for me to say because I'm not Alex Jones, and he obviously has his connections to this country. He has family, he has things, blah, blah, blah. if my government is going after me like this, I'm leaving. Screw you. Come find me.
Where are you going?
Exactly. Right. I mean, it's easier said than done, I realize. But, man, you talk about if there is one case you can point to and say, you can only pick one of the un-American, it's right here. You are going after a person's voice with this ridiculous amount of money. I don't care if he told 500 lies about fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
It's free speech, man.
Supposed to be. Listen to what the Sandy Hook family attorneys said. He said, quote, speech is free, but lies you have to pay for, unquote.
No, Mr. Sandy Hook attorney, no.
That's not right. That is not. Did you go to law school?
Wow.
Have you studied the First Amendment? Wow. The only kind of speech that needs to be protected is speech we don't like. Plus, I'm pretty sure he didn't think it was a lie when he was saying it. He thought it was accurate. He thought it was true. So, man,
I know.
I don't know. I
know.
Agonizing that America just doesn't exist in its foundational form anymore. And, you go back to what Obama said about the 5 days away from the fundamental transformation of America. Wow. Did they ever accomplish it?
They sure did. We got to change our traditions.
Yeah. Well, that was
Michelle.
Big Mike.
Yeah.
But
that's your boy.
We are 5 days away from fundamentally transforming the United States of America.
There it is.
Come up here, Alex. Broadcast
there
from
it
here.
Is. Yeah.
I mean, this is just insanity.
It is such madness that, I mean, I don't even know. I don't know how it's okay with people. I don't know how it's okay with the left to think, $1.5 billion, that makes sense.
That's Alex Jones.
He said mean things. $1.5 billion, yeah, he deserves it. Take away his entire livelihood.
Take it all.
Okay, so Alex Jones needs to get inside the building at his headquarters there in Austin. And then, good patriots, we need to chain ourselves to the door so the feds can't get through.
You should go do that.
I'll be doing that this weekend.
You absolutely need to do that. And I support that.
How far away is Austin?
What is not far? I'll pay for the gas.
Really?
You need to go.
Oh, wait a minute now.
Yeah, no,
okay.
you need to go down there and chain yourself to the
what
building.
What if I have to pee?
Don't leave.
What do I have to pee?
Until this thing is resolved.
While I'm chained to the door. If I have to go to the restroom. I don't want to pull a Joe Biden in public.
You do whatever you have to do. Chain yourself to that building and take a stand, Keith. Take a stand.
Well, I'm going to need help. I'm going to need people joining me. A lot of people got to. Why don't you come down with me, Jeffy?
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you a ride.
No, I can't do that. I wish I could. I want to.
Do you love America?
I do. And you know what? I will give you a ride. I will give you a ride. I'll drop you off. No problem.
Pat's getting ready to play a soundbite over there. Can we let him?
And Barack knows that we are going to have to make sacrifices. We are going to have to change our conversation.
All right.
We're going to have to change our traditions, our history. We're going to have to move into a different place.
And man, have we ever?
Yes, we have.
Mission accomplished.
Don't like him.
Yes, Mission accomplished.
And on a lesser note, really, I know Steve Bannon has been sentenced to jail now.
July 1st, you got a report.
For disregarding a congressional subpoena. Didn't Hunter Biden disregard a congressional subpoena?
Sure did.
I was just wondering when his appointment to the prison is.
No one is above the law.
You're right.
That was a big fat D after your name. Your last name is Biden.
Did you see, though, yesterday, Joe said he won't pardon him if he's found guilty on this gun charge.
He doesn't even remember
He doesn't know what a pardon
that.
is.
I mean, that's interesting. We'll see if that actually comes to fruition.
Which means that the intimidation from Jill worked. He figures he's going to get off.
Yeah. Yep. We'll see. We'll see. Got some tweets here. The deplorable Mr. Jackwagon tweets, the guy who died of bird flu was also decapitated in a motorcycle accident.
Is that right?
Rest in peace. Put on your mask and get your shots.
That's the kind of speech that needs to be banned right there, making up stuff like that.
Mums the Word tweets, I've always thought Chelsea Handler was a disgusting pig. Now I realize she's a racist, disgusting pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, maybe you know, Pat, but what is she actually famous for? Because I know she's a comedian, and I say that lightly. But was she a writer on a show or something that made a lot of money? That made
she
her
had a
famous?
talk show for a while. She had a talk show, her own talk show. That's the only thing I know her from.
Okay.
But I think she came from stand-up comedy, right?
I'm asking.
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't know
because
I don't know.
I know she's supposed to be funny.
She's not.
She's not.
Not in the least. I don't think I've heard a funny thing from her. Well, except that 50 Cent doesn't want to be 20 Cent.
That was 50. That was 50 saying that.
No, she said it about 50, right?
No, she was quoting him.
She quoted him.
She said 50 said that.
Oh, okay. Wow,
so that wasn't even her
original line.
Correct.
Okay.
So according to the Googles, she became famous because she was in an all-female cast of Oxygen's reality TV show.
Okay.
Oxygen's?
Oxygen's.
Yeah, great channel.
I don't know that network still exists.
That's the only channel I ever have.
I love that.
Is that
And the
different?
show is Girls Behaving Badly.
Okay.
Which she definitely does.
When was that? So when was that on? Yeah, he did say Oxygens.
Okay.
But I think it was an apostrophe S, right?
Yes, it was.
The channel
Thank you.
Oxygens.
Yeah.
I just wondered if that was like Oxygen 2.
Okay.
When are you going to go chain yourself to the building?
From 2002 to 2005, she was on that cast.
Okay.
Never
Well,
saw
you
it. Not familiar.
So
good.
she went back in time from 2006 to 2005 and did it both of those years. Most people would go 2005 and
You're
2006. Not
getting
Chris.
hung up on details.
Not Chris.
Okay.
No, I said 2000 and... Oh, yeah, I did say
Yeah,
that.
you did.
2002, 2005.
It's the same years.
Oh, 2002 to 2005?
2005. My bad.
Good.
The whole apostrophe S is just pissing me off.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
What do you
Go chain yourself to the building.
I didn't say anything.
Leave the man alone.
Sons of Thunder, 44 tweets. Ms. Alabama pageant must judge on a curve.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second.
Wait, you laughed? Hold on. Nope. Can't take it back. You laughed.
I know I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Wow, I pretended.
Wow.
What was that?
We're starting to count the cows.
Is that
now?
one of the sick cows?
Yeah.
I think. And that was just a little late on the bird flu story. So.
Yeah.
Caffeinated Texan finishes up the tweets. Story about blacks rebelling against Democrat Party. Maybe there's hope. Beauty contest story.
I hope so.
We're so screwed.
Yeah, that's true.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Yeah.
Okay. That's exactly right. We got this from Two-Tier Giblets.
I don't even know how does that work.
Now we know the tide rolls, how the tide rolls.
Oh.
In Alabama.
Oh, roll tide.
Now we know why or how the tide rolls.
Or why.
Got it.
Okay.
About enough of the fat shaming stuff here going on.
What do you mean?
I'll
That's
tell
not
you
a
that.
fat shame.
No.
He's saying he figured out how the tide rolls in Alabama.
Well, you're not tying that into the big woman who won the contest,
what you're doing. I see what you're doing. That's not right, Jeffy. I don't like it. Why don't you go chain yourself to a building?
We don't tolerate fat shaming on this show. Hogasm tweets, no one has seen Miss Alabama and Jeffy in the same room.
Oh, snap.
Just saying.
Can we do a side-by-side?
Oh, snap.
Can we do a side-by-side? Is
Really?
that
Oh,
possible?
snap.
What do you mean? Oh, snap. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see you in a red... Well, actually, I don't want to see you in a red dress.
I do.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Chris does.
Wouldn't be the first time.
All right. After the disastrous hearing with Dr. Anthony Fauci, you know, his lies are catching up to him. Are they?
Thank you. Thank you.
Are they? I think that's the big question there. But we do have some great information for you on the show Cover Up. You've got to watch this. It's fantastic. It reveals the Fauci deceit, the Fauci lies. It features Matt Kibbe. This is a really important special, and you're going to love it. So just go to FauciCoverup.com/Pat. Use the code FauciLied and get $30 off your annual Blaze TV subscription. It's important you know the truth. FauciCoverup.com/Pat. Use the promo code FauciLied.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
Surprised I didn't know this already. I follow women's softball so closely. But Kirk Sizer tweets, please mention Oklahoma Sooners girls won their 4th straight national title last night. Wow. Did they really? I knew they had 3 straight. They lost a few games this year, though, and in fact, they lost the series to Texas, but they beat Texas in the national championship. How about that?
Congratulations.
So please mention it, and we just did. Congratulations.
Were they all girls?
That's great.
Yeah, really.
Yes, actually. Yes.
It's a shame that you have to
even
think that.
I know. Very true. But 4 straight national titles.
Awesome. That's awesome.
That's dominance right there. Congratulations.
They went to extra innings, it looks like here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're so much fun to watch.
So 8 innings. I don't like that. Why don't they let the girls play 9?
I don't know.
Because
they
not
go 7.
Yeah,
they go 7. They shorten the bases. There's some differences there. Yeah. You have to throw underhand.
They're not men.
Yet.
Speaking of sports, Sage Steele was talking to, I can't remember who this guy is, but she's asking him about the Black National Anthem. And Sage Steele, do you remember her from ESPN?
ESPN, yeah.
Did she get fired or did she quit?
I think it was a get out, and then she said she quit or something, and it was back and forth.
I think there were some
mutual
problems
agreements. Yeah,
she's got some common sense, and they don't like that at ESPN, so they had to get rid of her. You can't have somebody spewing common sense on ESPN.
Stop it.
Here's what she said about the Black National Anthem, though.
I don't like this whole Black National Anthem thing.
What's the Black National Anthem thing?
Exactly.
What's that?
Well, it's newer the last couple of years, and it's at the Super Bowl, and it's been at a couple major sporting events.
Her socks
and it's Lift Every Voice, and that's sung now before the national anthem.
Okay.
And it's called the Black National Anthem.
Oh, it's a blantham.
It's a blantham. Let's call it that. # blantham. Maybe if it were that, I would not think it was so ridiculous
Then it
and
would change your mind. It's an aesthetic thing.
Yes, totally. Put the hashtag, we're good, I'm cool.
No,
but like to me, and again, I'm sensitive because I've been told you're not enough, and then it's like, dude, we're one big melting pot. This is good. Why are we now choosing to separate again when we've been in a tough time?
Thank you.
To say this is only our anthem, but you all better stand up. Get your up. You better stand up.
Yeah.
And I think we're all like, we're Americans.
Yeah.
And it's our anthem. And all the immigrants from across the world that have come here stand up for our anthem. They're all Americans.
Yeah.
What's your thought?
Well, I mean, it reminds me of, I agree with you in that I think that.
First of all, the fact that you didn't even know, like, what's that? The Black National Anthem. Because it's new and they're shoving it down people's throats. What are we doing?
Yeah. Well, I think it's also, I don't really watch sports.
Okay. He doesn't really watch sports. You can tell he's not offended by it, though.
Not at all.
He doesn't really care.
I don't care.
But she makes a great point. We're all one people. Why do there have to be separate? Are we doing the segregation thing again?
Well, Joe Biden would like that. I'll tell you that.
Yes, he would. Yes, he
That's
would
a
like
fact.
that. I mean, the racist things that guy says and gets away with are incredible.
And has for years.
Yeah.
And we're just supposed to overlook it like, it's
Going
just
way back.
Joe.
Yeah. Joe being Joe.
Joe, he's just so funny.
This was a recent one he did, and it stuns me that there wasn't any kind of reaction to this.
You all know, but most people don't know. Unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
Oh, okay, but
with
not
incredibly different attitudes about different things.
But not blacks. They all think alike.
Not you.
They all think the same thing, do the same thing, act the same way. That's the very definition of racism, is it not?
They're not
How do you
as
survive
clean
that stuff?
cut as Barack.
No, of course not. But, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah.
The Barack thing was a storybook. All right. Chiefs, B.J. Thompson suffered a seizure, went into cardiac arrest during a team meeting. Now, the only reason we usually have these stories.
What do you mean? What is happening? What
is that someone in this building.
Why did the camera just cut to me?
Why are we even doing this story? He didn't die.
He didn't die. It's totally normal for a 25-year-old professional athlete in peak physical condition to have these kind of issues, right, Jeffy? Your turn.
It's possible that something was wrong with him. Yes.
Totally possible. Yep.
Again, the allegation here seems to be that this was vaccine-induced.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that the impression I'm supposed to get?
Doesn't seem to be.
Patrick Gray, what kind of leap are you making, sir?
A really tiny one. I'm going from here to right there. It's a 1 centimeter leap.
But how convenient, though, that we're now getting an admission that, the vaccine's probably totally contributed to the...
it continues to trickle out like this.
Millions of excess deaths in the Western world.
COVID vaccines, get this. This is from the New York Post. COVID vaccines could be partly to blame for a rise in unprecedented excess deaths in the U.S. and other Western countries.
Interesting, isn't it?
In the 3 years since the pandemic took hold. Analyzing mortality data from 47 Western countries, scientists from the Netherlands. Why is it always the Netherlands doing these studies?
We stopped it.
We won't do any.
But our CDC stopped the reporting on this. Altogether. So we don't have information. We don't literally have information on it.
I know. It was sort of a rhetorical question, but thank you for answering it.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, they found that excess mortality has remained high since 2020. Again, why since 2020? Jeffy, maybe you can explain that rhetorical question.
Our CDC stopped reporting on this. So we have no information.
Weird. And they've done that. It's remained high despite the widespread rollout of the vaccines and various containment measures. The researchers said the trend raised serious concerns as they urged government leaders and policymakers to thoroughly investigate the underlying causes of persistent excess mortality. What kind of conspiracy theory are they trying to promulgate here? The study found, get this, there have been more than 3 million excess deaths in the U.S., Europe, and Australia since 2020.
Climate change.
Thank you. There it is. There it is.
Think about it.
It's an existential threat, the greatest we face.
Anyone held accountable?
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Wow.
I can't even look at it.
That was like 4 seconds.
Chris,
my computer says 1 second.
I thought we went down. Yeah. I thought the show was off the air. We've been shut down. The feds are shutting us down.
Chris,
wow.
According to this, it was 7:36:01.
What happened?
So I apologize for the 1 second that was out.
that was at least 4 seconds.
Can you turn on Jeffy's mic? I mean, what's the problem?
I thought we were shut down, too. My mic wasn't on, nothing.
Right? And you were shut down.
I was ready to have Keith chain himself to the building.
What, do they want us to sell the show? Is that what it is?
Yes, they do.
So we can pay off our gambling debts or
Chris,
whatever?
you're looking forward to the weekend and getting out of this building, aren't you, Chris?
Oh, I am.
Oh, you'll miss us this weekend. You'll miss us.
Pretty good. A lot of cars have made their way through the debris. So you have a pretty fair path to get out. You don't have to.
You're welcome.
You don't have to veer out of the way out of limbs or brush or anything.
I had to move 3 limbs just to get in.
Hold on a second. Let's talk about this. How is it I pull out of here yesterday and I look over across the street from our parking lot and I see that the police station where the roof was ripped right off is already fixed. They had
the cranes in there on Monday morning.
Really?
We have limbs in our parking lot that are.
By the way, if you don't know, we had a very severe storm here
last weekend.
Literally split big trees in half. It took limbs and branches off trees, and so our parking lot's a mess. And Glenn's not here this week, so they haven't cleaned it up.
That's why.
Well, when Dad is home, do you really clean the house? When Dad is on vacation, do you really clean the house?
I'm going to be so fascinated to see if when I pull in here Monday,
you
can guarantee it.
Will it be gone?
100%.
Is Dad coming back on Monday?
It'll be gone.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
That is so true. That is so true. But man, can you imagine if our roof got damaged the way the police station did?
Jeez.
We'd be under a tarp broadcasting right now.
Man. Well, and our roof is made out of tin or something anyway, isn't it?
I was thinking if that was a tornado, I think a tornado was
tear this place
So
limb from limb.
I was just told in my ear that Glenn is broadcasting next week, but he's not coming to the studio.
Okay.
Oh, he's not. Oh, okay.
Continue to dodge
mind.
the limbs.
Yeah,
Never mind.
We keep the chains on the tires.
Keep the chains on the tires. Yes.
Me, Keith, and Jeffy will be out there moving limbs later on.
Well, I'm going to be chained to Alex Hill's building.
Okay.
You know what? I'm willing to drive over limbs.
We
for
understand
that.
you're very into this, helping me out with that. But seriously, that tornado had to have landed in our parking lot based on the destruction out there.
I know.
Yeah.
And I know. It's been so fast. I was taking photos of it yesterday to show everybody I know, because it's like,
you tweet that out?
What the hell happened
You go to social
here?
media, Instagram, put that out there for
I'm
us?
going to, but I have not yet. But
Make sure you put it on Threads.
It's actually for family members who keep calling us and, are you guys okay?
Mm-hmm.
We're hearing like it's Armageddon down there.
You know? I've gotten one
Good thing
text.
I wasn't standing under this tree.
I got one text from a friend asking me,
really?
Man, I see some bad weather in Texas. Are you okay? And I'm like, wow, there's one person out there.
Yeah,
who
that's
really
nice.
cares
That's
in my
nice.
life.
Somebody checked in.
When I first moved to Florida, there were some family members that actually cared. After about a year, I didn't care.
Yeah, it happened too many times. I'm not going to ask you about 9 hurricanes.
Doesn't matter.
You got through one of them. I know that.
Awesome.
Did you guys see that? Speaking of getting through things, the Tyson-Jake Paul fight, not just postponed, it's probably off completely.
They called it off?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that.
The latest story is
they were supposed to reschedule this week.
Right, but it probably won't happen.
What?
Apparently, if he gets hit anywhere in the stomach, Mike Tyson has some kind of ulcer flare up or whatever, and that's what he was dealing with on that flight where he got sick.
Right,
and
and
paramedics had to come.
Right.
So I guess if you get hit, it can rip your stomach lining open and spill all that bile into your system and kill you.
What a wimp. Get in the ring.
You get in the ring with him.
What
now.
are you doing?
Tell him that.
Get in the ring.
What are you doing, Mike?
What kind of sissy are you?
Mike, are you?
Hey, everybody, it's me, heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. Wait, I got an ulcer, so I can't fight.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. Not anymore, I guess. Hey, Mike.
I got a plan that's hit you in the stomach.
Hey, I want to take this guy apart, but I can't.
Boy,
that ulcer is really acting up.
Right.
The travesty of this is really the fact that we're going to miss out on another 6 weeks of Pat doing his Mike Tyson impersonation. That's the issue, man. Really, I hate that. I was so looking forward to that.
I was too.
And I'm not even into all the fighting and everything.
Really
what's happening here?
Jake Paul, it's so bad that Paul is looking for a substitute.
Yeah, that's not the same.
I was going to say, I don't know, Robert De Niro.
Okay.
Put him in the ring.
Nice.
How about Robert De Niro?
Okay.
What is he?
I like
80?
that.
So he's around the same age as Tyson.
I don't think he has an ulcer issue.
I'd love to see Jake Paul take him apart.
That would be fun.
What is happening right now? This is it's National Donut Day, isn't
it's
it?
National Donut Day.
Yeah.
And I was so
Really?
offended by Jay Fisher. He did not mention it.
No, I did.
So I went over there, went to the donut. I'm out
How
of breath.
colorful.
I went and I got some donuts
That's
for you
colorful.
guys.
I can't eat those.
Hold that up to Joe.
what
Can
a
we get a
shame.
shot of this here? Jeffy's camera.
Wow.
Look at that.
That looks really.
shame.
Is that the donuts place over here? That's where they're like
What's that blue one
$12 a
taste
donut.
like? Do we know?
Yeah, there we
what
go.
flavor
Yeah.
is the blue one?
The blue one is blue flavor.
I'm gonna need to taste blue. Let me
Pretty
have some
easy.
blue.
It's
Let me have
aqua.
some blue.
Aqua donut.
Easy.
Thank you.
Flavor.
Dang, those look good.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for taunting me with that.
Oh my
I love
word!
these blueberry ones.
I like the flavor blue.
It's a great donut shop, but they're very, very expensive.
I'll take Pat's.
Quite pricey.
So thanks for celebrating. So you're trying to make up for. Chris is trying to make up for costing you those 4 seconds, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You think that made up for it?
Well, it would have if I was able to eat them.
I see.
But
So you just made it worse, Chris.
yeah, he just made it worse. Now he's taunting and mocking me.
So did I
That's
hear
what
that
he's
Krispy
doing.
Kreme's giving you, or somebody, Dunkin' Donuts, somebody's giving you a free donut today if you mosey
I'm
in
sure
there.
they all are.
and, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure they all have
I
some
think
kind
that's a
of-
Krispy Kreme thing, but and that'd be worth it. Free donut at Krispy Kreme for what is it? The first 100 through the door?
I think
or-
anyone.
I don't know. Is it anybody?
First one through the door. If
right.
you just walk in and say, "Hey, I'm here for National Donut Day," they're going to give you a donut.
Okay. I got to tell you about Backyard Butchers. They have over 500,000 happy customers across America. They've got hundreds of 5-star reviews on Google and an American-based customer service team of stay-at-home moms.
Those steaks look so good on the screen right
they
now.
They are
so good. So bad right
they
now.
They are so good. I'm going to have me one today.
I'm willing to trade this blueberry donut that I took out of that box for one of those steaks right now.
It's a decent trade if somebody will make it with you. Get the person in your house who buys the groceries to go to backyardbutchers.com/unleashed and buy all U.S. American meat today. Now, sometimes they try to fool you by saying this is a product of America. That means it was packaged here. That doesn't mean the meat came from American farms. Could be Lithuania. It could be Botswana. You don't know where that stuff came from. Could be kangaroo meat from Australia. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. But actually, there's a really good burger place that does sell kangaroo, and I've heard it's pretty good. But I don't want it pretending it's steak.
Right.
Cut out the frustration from the meat aisle. Go to backyardbutchers.com and save an extra 20% off your entire order by using the code UNLEASHED. And when you subscribe, you get another 10% off and free shipping. Man, backyardbutchers.com/unleashed.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
What's the best of what we have left, Keith, on the videos?
Well, okay, yesterday you referred to Byron Donalds talking about Jim Crow era and being taken out of context.
And he's on the list.
And so
he's on the vice president list.
I want this man to be Trump's VP so
I like him a lot.
badly. And this clip with Joy Reid would be awesome to have him making the rounds during the
Is this
stretch.
after he made the Jim Crow?
This is last night, yeah.
So, okay,
yeah,
good.
she's got him on there to talk about this.
All right, here we go.
You said during Jim Crow, the black family was together. What was the authority of the black father in the black family during Jim Crow?
What? The authority?
What?
What are you talking
Well, listen,
about?
under Jim Crow, obviously, black people were under great persecution, unfortunately, by Southern Democrats and the Democrat Party overall
So what
in the
was-
history of our country.
Thank
That's
you.
the fact. And so, let me finish now, Joy. And so having the black man in the home was about first protecting the mom and protecting the kids. Incredibly
Pause
important.
it for a second.
It was the
Is she
leadership.
appropriating the Donald Trump haircut? Is that what's going on now?
Always.
Is she such a fan of Donald Trump that she actually did her hair just like his?
I can't.
Look at that. That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That is pretty close.
All right. Anyway, he's giving her a lesson here. He's taking her to school. Let's see the rest.
Incredibly important. It was the leadership in the home, which is incredibly valuable. And I think what we're witnessing, obviously, the last 30 years, definitely through my generation, is black fathers being at home is incredibly important for the success of black children going forward. And it's not just a black thing. That's everybody.
Right.
Fathers in
That's
home
right.
help to breed success for kids moving forward.
Yes.
That is a great thing for our country. That's something that has been proven throughout time.
Yes.
So what I'm talking about is not the golden era of Jim Crow. That's ridiculous. I would never
Sure
say
is.
that. And that is the gaslighting that I'm standing up to, because that's what
for
Hakeem
people like
Jeffries,
you,
the
Joy.
Biden campaign, Jamie Harrison, and the like are trying to trying to bring up. And unfortunately, the media has followed suit with misleading headlines, and that's wrong.
Now I'm going to talk. Do I have a chance? Good. Now, you talked about...
Oh, my
Shut
gosh.
My gosh.
Shit.
What an...
It's a surprise nobody watches. You know, more people.
Now, I'm going to talk, okay? All
More
right?
people
Okay,
saw
thanks.
that than when it aired live. But
You know, she asks him a question. He's trying to answer it. She tries to interrupt, and he says, do you mind? Let me finish. And then she acts like that.
Yeah.
Why do you have the guy on if that's what
Right.
you're going to do?
She sucks.
Oh, man, they are hideous people. These are
terrible.
just hideous people.
Just terrible. Even if she does have the haircut.
Yeah. Doesn't work
Or the
for her,
wig or
frankly.
whatever it is.
It's you're appropriating another culture. That's just wrong.
You
we're
asked
told.
what else we have left. You're going to love Mitch Landrieu, who is on the Biden campaign. Oh, boy, these are bad clips. He sucks.
And I feel very, very confident that this is going to be a very hard-fought race, but when the chips are down, the American people are going to show up, just like those kids did 80 years ago.
Are you for real, bro? So you voting for Biden is the same as storming the beaches of Normandy? Go F yourself, man.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That is unacceptable.
He also said Trump's the biggest threat.
Okay.
that we have to fight democracy wherever we find it. And the president has been very clear about this. He thinks, and I agree with him, as do most American people, that we're seeing the gravest threat to American democracy on our own land that we have seen in the history of the country. And Donald Trump is that threat. His vision of America, his vision of authoritarianism, his disdain for veterans, who he calls losers.
And there's the lie on calling veterans losers.
And they act like the man hasn't already been president for 4 years. Are these talking points of someone who's never been in the office? Come on.
He's never going to leave.
Oh.
And it's not a problem to be a threat to something that doesn't exist.
Wait, what?
We don't have a democracy! Okay? All right. Good. So tired of the democracy BS.
And it matters.
It matters big time.
And to prove that
big
it matters is they never say it. I mean, they always say democracy. They never say
never call us a republic. Never. What we actually are.
Once in a while.
Never.
Once in a while, they learn. These guys haven't, I don't think. But during Obama, Obama would throw it in time to
once
time.
a year or
time
something.
to time, just to say, be able to say that that's what I said.
He would also say, every once in a while, like once or twice a year, I'm a capitalist.
I'm a capitalist.
Yeah, that's so he could cover up the Marxism the rest of the time.
Right.
Oh, I said I was a capitalist. What do you mean I'm a Marxist?
Right.
And I remember him quoting a founding father one time. It was very early in his presidency. And it was Alexander Hamilton, of course.
It was. The most progressive of all founding fathers.
Exactly. So now he can say, I've quoted the founding fathers before. What are you talking about?
Right.
Come on.
I love the founding fathers. Love the founders. All right, let me tell you about Eden Pure Thunderstorms because they are back with their famous Thunderstorm Air Purifier, top seller. And it quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold, and a lot more. That's why it's a top seller. With thousands of 5-star reviews, you know it works. Any smell will vanish after just a few seconds with the Eden Pure Thunderstorm. Odors from litter boxes, trash cans, cigarette smoke, dirty diapers. If you're having work done in your house and you got silicone that you're smelling and you think it's killing your brain cells, this will get rid of it really, really fast. The powerful Thunderstorm sends out O3 molecules, which seek out and destroy those odors. So give it a try. Go and get the 3-pack right now. You'll save $200 when you use my code PAT3. EdenPureDeals.com. That's EDEN. EdenPureDeals.com. Discount code PAT3. No, there's no filter, Jeff. No filter.
I was going to ask a question.
No filter.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, we've been talking about the transition of John Fetterman lately because he's healthier now. You know, he's improved.
Seems to be, yes.
Yeah, his mind is a little bit better. He's not as stuck as he was. He can put sentences together again. I mean, I think he's definitely improved. But he's also changed a little bit in his mindset. And again, he's not really voting to reflect that so much.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But he talks a pretty good game.
Yes, he does.
He's now, you know what? He's now a rhino. Right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, a rhino with a D after his name. We could use you to switch there to help out the old balance of power in the Senate, though.
Rather than Bernie Sanders, he's now John Cornyn. Which is...
Yeah.
That's not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, we're getting there.
I'll take it. But he discussed being a progressive and that label.
For the president in this situation seems to be more coming from very safe and blue, very kinds of places. Now, in Pennsylvania, the border security is an important issue, and we do all believe that we should have a secure border. And I never thought it was unreasonable for any Democrat to want to make our border more secure.
I want to ask you personally about your own sort of journey, as the kids say. Some progressives have criticized you for being a different senator than you suggested you would be when you were a candidate for Senate. What do you say to that?
Well, I wasn't. I was very clear for saying that for years I'm not a progressive, and I just identified myself as just a regular Democrat. So it really wasn't any new news. Now, 8 years ago, I was a progressive, but the situation's changed, and I've been very clear that I didn't leave that label. That label left me, and I think it's much more important to be focusing on Donald Trump instead of,
Okay, he's not totally well.
Okay.
He didn't leave the label. The label leaved me.
He was rounding third and he tripped.
But still. I like the sentiment there.
Yeah.
He's not a progressive. I'll take it. I'll take that. That's better than who we thought we were getting in the beginning with him.
Well, I mean, immigration and Israel are just
really
too
good
huge
topics for him. Immigration, Israel, and corruption. He's actually been really strong on the Bob Menendez thing.
Yes.
You know, he keeps reminding people, hey, we got a felon in office right now. We're not doing anything about it. I mean, at least we should investigate. Can we at least look into all the cash he's gotten from Egypt? How about that?
And remember, the wall in his office has the names and pictures of the hostages from Israel as well.
Yeah.
The man is solid on that for sure.
Yeah, he is solid. He's been really good on a couple of different things. And I know if I was in Pennsylvania, I would not vote for him. But, give credit where credit is due, right? I mean, he's come a long way, baby, to get where he got to today. Doesn't have his own cigarette, right. but he's got his own mind again, which is nice.
Seems
it's nice.
to.
Good to see.
Yeah, it's nice that his mind is back after it left him.
Yeah, well.
Right. Yes, it did leave him for a while.
He's definitely eating better.
Wait,
he's back to the larger size sweatshirts.
Oh, okay. I got it. I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yeah, his appetite returned. That's a good thing. It's probably a good thing.
That's always a good sign when your appetite returns. Right, Jeffy?
Amen.
So Jeffy's healthy.
Hallelujah.
That means Jeffy's very, very healthy.
All right, good.
Actually, Jeffy, you are losing weight, aren't you?
Are you losing weight?
Yeah.
Because people have brought that up online today. Are you losing weight?
Yeah, I have lost weight, yes.
Is it Ozempic?
How much have you lost?
What are you doing?
It is not Ozempic.
Okay. It's just
You're just eating better?
Just,
celery?
Eating right, exercise. Hello. That's, I don't know why
that's a lie.
Hold on a second.
I don't know why this
What's the lie?
There's a Kexi cookie half eaten and a donut half eaten next to me. Eating better, exercising.
That's great.
Seriously, what have you been doing?
I'm just paying attention to what I eat.
Are you?
Eating less. Yeah, I've lost about 30 pounds.
Wow, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Do you have a goal?
I know it's like taking.
Yes,
I know
it's
like taking a bucket of water out of the ocean. I get it.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Eventually, it'll look like more than that.
So I'm not asking.
It'll look like
I'm not asking for a
smaller
number.
lake.
Hey, I'm not asking for a number, Jeffy. But do you have a goal? Seriously? Like,
back off me.
I'm asking you because
None of your business what I'm doing. All right, we're done.
Now you've gone too far, Keith.
I just wanted to know if he had a goal.
My goal is for you to
just back off.
Now you're getting into
myself
the
to a building.
old woman category where he doesn't want to admit his age.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Or his weight.
How much weight I'm trying to lose.
I gotcha.
Don't try to pin me down on that.
Well, good luck. I hope that works out.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's starting to, so congratulations on that. That's good.
Have you seen that? What's this town? How many people live in the town of Prosper, Texas? We should look that up.
Prosper, I don't know.
Prosper?
12
couple
people?
thousand, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why do they have this new gizmo?
12, 14,000.
Have you seen this new thing that the police have? Back the blue.
Holy cow!
Yeah, check this out.
Oh yeah.
Put up the.
Look at that!
Yeah.
Look at that bad boy.
37,000 people. Okay. Wow. So, but they got to have this behemoth police vehicle. They call it a multi-purpose vehicle. $700,000 for that thing. Are you kidding me? Wow. What are we doing?
Did that come out of the money that they're taking from our jihad?
Yes.
Yep, I bet it did.
What now?
They're taking from our jihad?
Yeah. When they take people's money.
Come on.
You're jihad, not mine.
Jihad, man.
I've got so many jihads. I'm not sure which one you're referring to.
Civil asset forfeiture.
Civil asset forfeiture, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I bet so.
I'll bet it is.
Yeah.
I bet so. I've got a vehicle for them if they want to drive that.
Wow. Look how big that thing is.
There's my vehicle right there for you. It's called the Killdozer, my multi-purpose vehicle, in case the Prosper police.
I'm guessing that didn't cost $700,000 though.
We don't know.
A little bit of a discount on that. Yeah. So is this bulletproof and explosion proof and all that kind of stuff?
It's the same one that I drove when I was guarding the gates.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's an MRAP and it's pressurized. It has, and the cool thing about that one is that the bottom of it is V-shaped. So when a blast goes off, the blast gets divided, so you don't get that impact.
I thought it was blast resistant.
That was, man, I'll tell you what. Now that was nice of the military to allow you to drive that from the gate back to your locker.
I did flip it to the side.
that was
no
nice.
way. Did you
because
really?
I hit a sinkhole.
Oh,
did you really?
So the thing can knock over easily.
Well, yeah, it's top heavy.
Okay, well then drive slower, I guess. I don't know, but
that was what the commander said. He should drive slower.
Are there IEDs in Prosper, Texas that I'm not familiar with, or what is the problem here?
Isn't that where Deion Sanders lives?
He used to have
He's
a
got
house
that
out
28,000
there.
acre or 28,000 square foot home.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know if he still lives there, but he
did have the place out there. Yeah,
yeah. Colorado now.
Oh yeah,
well,
probably.
for most of the year anyway.
But I think he still has a place here.
He's not giving up this place in Texas.
Let's see. Oh,
Deion.
He was trying to sell it in. Oh, this story's dated. When you revisit stories of, I mean, the date stands out now because of the pandemic. But February of 2020, he was trying to sell his Prosper House mansion
for how much?
Price cut. So it was what now? Let's see, $15 million. Let's see.
That could be.
Originally listed at $21 million, and then sold at auction in 2014 for $4 million.
Auction?
Yeah.
Somebody got that house for $4 million?
I think before him. him.
Okay.
So I can't tell. I think he finally knocked it down to $5.75 million.
Wow.
Holy cow.
What a bargain.
Can't even
nice
unload
discount.
the dump.
10 bedroom, 10 bath house.
Wow. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday and on Glenn next.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.